Hey guys, it's Mike with Survive Today, here to talk about a great thing to have in your bug out bag or your emergency kit for your car, and that is a way of heating water and cooking. I got into lightweight backpacking a number of years back, and the whole thing with lightweight backpacking is to have your backpack weigh under 25 pounds, preferably under 15 pounds, and that's all you need in decent weather to go backpacking, plus your food and water. The whole philosophy of lightweight backpacking is awesome. Everything that you have on you serves at least two purposes. But the thing about cooking is, instead of bringing the little propane canisters, even for the small stoves, this is your stove. Now, this is my first stove that I ever bought from eBay. A Boy Scout troop, a Scoutmaster was selling these just to make money to buy gear for the kids. So I think I spent 10 bucks for it. Basically, you just take two pop cans and you cut them down, and you can find the instructions all over the place, or it's easy, just go ahead and buy one. You can find one for 8 or 10 bucks. Mini Bull Designs is a great guy, a guy named Tinny. He goes by Tinny. Awesome stoves. But anyway, this is non-pressurized. This is just a basic stove, and we fill it with 1 ounce or 2 ounces of isopropyl alcohol. You can also use heat, Gasline antifreeze heat. That works. I like this. It's easy to get, 91% isopropyl alcohol. Fill it with 1 ounce or 2, and then you light it, and then what happens is the pressure starts to build, and instead of the flame coming out the top, all of a sudden, boom, the flame comes out, all of these jets around the side. You take your pot, you literally just set it right on top, and within a few minutes, 1 ounce of alcohol, you can heat up a quart of water. Now, when you're lightweight backpacking and you're by yourself, you don't have to worry about a family or anything. That's awesome, because you think about this. This is 32 ounces. This would cook 3 meals a day for 10 days. Because when you're backpacking, all you've got to do is, you heat up a quart of water and you're good to go. That's your, some coffee and your dehydrated food that you're reconstituting. So from an efficiency standpoint, it's not real volatile. You can put it in a better container if you want. But for 3 days, even if you did 2 ounces per meal times 3 days, that's 18 ounces. That's half of one of these, and this tiny little alcohol stove, which weighs next to nothing. So I'm going to turn off the lights here in a second. We'll fire it up, and you can see how it works. But look into these lightweight backpacking alcohol stoves. Cheap, inexpensive, and cheap and inexpensive. That's a little bit of redundancy and repetitiveness. And you really can't beat it. It's awesome. It doesn't take up any weight, doesn't take up any space, and you don't have to spend $40 or $50 on a backpacking stove and then canisters. And clearly alcohol is at least dual use, because you can use it for cleansing wounds and what have you. So it's nice to have something that's lightweight, doesn't take up a lot of space, inexpensive, and dual use. So with that, I'll shut up, we'll turn off the lights, and you can see how this lights. Okay, so what I'm going to do now here is, I've got it on a pan for some extra safety, is I'm going to add about 1 ounce of alcohol. Let's add 1.5 ounces. They're scientifically measured perfectly. And I'm going to turn off the light so you can see me light it. There we go. Now you'll see that the flame is just coming up from the inside of the stove, but in a minute it's going to come out of the jets, the little ports that were drilled all around the sides, and it'll look just like a burner on a stove. And then we can put a pot on there and boil some water. Oh, it's going to happen. Now the thing about it is you put your big old pot on there when it's cold, or if you set this on the cold ground in the winter, you're going to have a problem, because alcohol needs to be warmer to burn. And if it's too cold, you set it down in the snow, you'll never get the thing going. Or if you take a big old pot of super cold water from the melted snow and you put it on top of there, it's just not going to work. Alrighty, I'm going to turn off the other light here. And you can see all of the flame is now coming out of the ports on the side, and it is burning like a stove. At that point, you can set your house on fire. You can put a pan on top and just set it right there, and it will heat. It's an awesome stove. So that's it for this video. Check out alcohol stoves. They're really cool. You can spend $50 probably buying all the stuff you need to build one to do it the right way, or you can just go to something like minibuldesigns.com and find really well-made ones. This is unpressurized. There's other ones where the interior is pressurized, and you get a longer burn time for the same amount of alcohol. So, for Survive Today, this is Mike. We'll see you next time.